They start doing all types of drugs because they know what's going on over there in Hollywood. They know what's going on in Hollywood, right? So they aren't the people. The Lord just told you that in the book of Revelation. And that's in red letter. You know what red letter means? That means Christ is talking. That means Christ is talking. So that's the difference, right? That's the difference. And also as well, God hates them. That's the difference too. God hates the Jewish man and the damn, other nations, and he loves his people. Did you know that God hates? No, he loves everyone. Read this up.
This is Romans chapter 9 and verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved.
Jacob have I what?
Jacob have I loved,
right?
But Esau have I hated.
No, God don't hate.
But Esau have I hated.
God loves everyone.
But Esau have I hated.
See that? That's the book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 13. Who's Esau? Yeah, come bring this out. We're gonna let you know who Esau is. Right? And you should be asking who's Jacob. You should be asking. But we're gonna let you know who Esau is.
Now, this is Exodus chapter 17, verse 17, 16, where he said, because the Lord has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek.
He'll have war with who?
He'll have war with Amalek.
Right, now, Jewish is not a biblical nationality. Jewish, right? The Lord gave everybody nationalities, right? He didn't call anybody Chinese. He didn't call anybody, whatever the world calls them, right? Black, African American, Dominicans, Haitians. He never called people that. Amalek is the so-called Jewish man today. The Lord said he's going to have war with Amalek from generation to generation. The Lord is at war with Amalek, and Amalek is at war with the Most High.
And continue on. He said, I will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
Yeah, that's right. So the Lord is at war with Amalek right now, right? Amalek is the so-called Jewish man, right? Now we're going to show you who Esau is. Give me Deuteronomy 25 and 25. You heard of Isaac? Yeah.
Deuteronomy 25 in verse.
Genesis 25.
This is Genesis chapter 25 to 25. 24? This is Genesis 25 to 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
Right, now this is Rebecca, right? Rebecca was pregnant, right, with twins in her womb, right? And the Lord said, read that again.
And the first came out, you want to read 24 again? This is Genesis 24 and 25. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Right.
And the first came out red.
And the first came out what?
And the first came out red,
right,
all over like a hairy garment.
Right, so it said the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. Read.
And they called his name Esau.
They called his name what?
And they called his name Esau.
Right, so what one person on the earth is red? You said what? You said singing? That's right. So what one person on the earth is red?
What race of people on the earth is red?
Okay, let me ask you this. Is any...
Is
you
it?
said him?
Is it him? Is it? Is it?
It looks red to me. What's your nationality?
My dad's Hispanic.
Your dad's Hispanic?
Yeah, my mom, she's
See?
from,
You don't know.
here. I don't know where she's from.
Okay. So, yeah, come. So, no one on this earth is really white.
You never know. See?
No one on the earth is really white, right? So, this is when you read the Bible. This is when you read about the so-called white man. This is him being presented in the earth. This is when he first comes on the earth, right? This is the Most High movie. This is when the so-called white man first comes on the scene. The Lord said he came out all red like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. That's who Esau is. Esau is the so-called white man, right? Esau is the so-called white man, right? You have a book called Obadiah, right? It's a beautiful book. It talks about the judgment on Esau. Now, why do you think God hates Esau? What did the so-called white man do to make God hate him? What was that? What was that? He was different. You said he was different. That's why God hates him. Wait. You said. Wait. My bad. I didn't hear you. Now I was saying, what did the white man do for God to hate him?
Well, I don't know, but I said because he was different, because he was red, right?
You said because he was different. Well, I mean, when you look at what he does, doesn't he rape, rob, and murder the whole earth? Doesn't he just steal? He rapes, he kills. He just at war all the time. Don't every time something going on in the world, he feels the need to go over there and start blowing things up. That's why God hates him, right? Because he's the devil, right? You said who's red? You said it was red. You said Satan. Hey, well, Satan moves through Esau. Esau is the devil, right? That's who Esau is, right? Read. Keep reading on that. Keep reading on that.
25. God continued on, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel,
Right, he said his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
and his name was called Jacob.
And his name was called Jacob, right? Let me get second Ezra 6 and 9. Right? So you see Esau was born first and then Jacob. Right? Esau was born first and then Jacob. So the so-called white man came out and then Jacob came out. Remember, the Lord said, Esau have I hated, but Jacob have I loved, right?
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world,
Right.
and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
That's right. So Esau, what was that? Yeah, that's right. Esau is the end of the world. That's why you see the world. That's why you see things going on in the world that they're going on now, because Esau's time to rule is about to be over with. And when Esau's done ruling, who you think gonna rule? You said God? Jacob. Right? Yeah. Because Jacob is on God's side. So yeah, Jacob's gonna rule, right?
Y'all gonna rule.
And Jacob had 12 sons, which are the Israelites. Right? Now, have y'all heard about the Israelites? Right, now we're gonna show y'all. Yeah, that's right. All that came back around. Now we're gonna show y'all who the Israelites are. Right? Let me get Deuteronomy 28 and 15 again. And then let me get verse 46.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord.
The Lord is talking to the Israelites, right? Through Moses. You heard about Moses, right? What was he known for? That's right, he split the Red Sea, and he was with the Israelites.
That's right.
Now, no one on the earth has called themselves Israel. You don't ask somebody and say, what's your nationality? They're not going to, 9.5 times out of 10, they're not going to say, I'm an Israelite. They're going to say they're black, they're going to say they're Hispanic, they're going to say they're Haitian, Puerto Rican, they're going to say they're Native American, right? So the Lord said, but it shall come to pass, if my people don't hearken unto me.
But it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, is the curse a good thing or a bad thing? Right, it's a bad thing. Let me get verse 46.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 46. And they shall be
what?
And they,
Right, and they meaning the curses.
and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Right. So these curses are going to be upon the Israelites, so you'll be able to identify who the Israelites are. Because a lot's going to happen in the world, and a lot of, and darkness is going to cover the earth, and truth is going to be hid. Right? But now that truth is coming out, right? Right, so we're going to get y'all a curse real quick, because if you read this and it resonates with you, then you'll be an Israelite. But everybody can't read this and say, that sounds like me and my people, right?
This is
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 58 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
Right. So what people have an evil eye towards their own people? What people have an evil eye towards their own people? When they see them, they just don't like them. They look alike. They look like the same people. But when they see each other, they think about killing each other. They think about robbing each other. They think about making diss songs about each other. Who does that sound like? you said you're so-called Hispanic, right? Don't Hispanics dress up in red and blue and they kill each other? This is talking about the Israelites. So it's not well, if your race identifies with this, everybody can read that and say that that's them. Who do you see the white man dressed up in red and blue and he killing each other? You got this group over here wearing red, this group wearing blue. They all white people and they all kill each other because they're from different parts of the city. White people don't do that. Right? The Lord said he'll have an evil eye towards his own people. Right? Read.
Team 1. And his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children,
right.
which he shall lead.
Which he shall what?
Which he shall lead.
Right? He says, which he shall lead. Right? Did y'all grow up with y'all fathers in the household? Right? He said he did it. That's right. Some of us did, some of us didn't. Right? The Lord said that'll be a curse that'll befall his people. Right? You look at these other nations, they have their fathers in their household. Right? They take them to basketball practice. Right? They there at their graduations. Hey. But this is identifying with the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American descents. Right? Because that's who the Israelites will be. Right? Now, we got another question. How old are y'all? 17? Okay, 17? Shalom.
Family.
Right,
Hey, much love, y'all.
so we understand that there were people already here, right? But how would you say, do y'all know how we other people also got here? Did everybody just come here willingly? No, some people were brought here, right? How? How were they brought here? Forcefully, right? Forcefully. You said on what? On ships, right? Where y'all learning that? School? Okay. All praise to the Most High. They still teaching that in school, right? Now, did y'all know that that's in the Bible? When y'all heard about that in school, did they open up the Bible when they taught y'all that? You see that? You said other books, huh? They didn't They didn't open up the Bible and showed you that's in the Bible. Right? Now, you kind of bring that out, right, for the brothers. Verse 68.
Let's do Deuteronomy 28, 68.
Remember, who was the Lord talking to? He's talking to the Israelites, right? Remember that. Remember he's talking to the Israelites. Now this is undeniable, right? This is undeniable.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right? He said, the Lord, remember, you said they split the Red Sea. Where did they come from when he split the Red Sea? They just came from Egypt. He said, if you don't keep my commandments, I will send you into Egypt. I'll send you into Egypt again, right? What does Egypt mean? What was the Israelites doing in Egypt?
It's Deuteronomy 5 and 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage.
Right, from the house of bondage. When you read about the sea split in Exodus. But when you read Exodus chapter 1, it tells you what the Israelites were doing. They were serving hard bondage. They was out there building them pyramids, right? They were slaves, right? That's what they was doing. So the Lord said, remember, he said, I will bring you back into Egypt. The brother just read the other part for y'all. What does Egypt mean? He said from the house of bondage, right? Egypt means captivity, right? That's why you see this right here. What does the eagle have to do with America? What does the pyramid have to do with America? The Lord is telling you that this is Egypt. This is Egypt. This is modern day Egypt all over again. Yeah. Was it? Isn't this where the slaves were? Right? And this is where the slaves still are. So this is where the slaves still are, right? This is Egypt. What was that? Oh, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Right? That's a good question, right? Right? Sorry, I want you to read Wisdom of Solomon 15 and 3.
John, this is going on to the better point. This is Revelation 11 and 8. Right. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Called what?
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Right? He said spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Right? Y'all know why this place is called Sodom, right? You see that? You see that? Y'all know we can't make this up. The Lord said this place is called Sodom and Egypt. And if we can't make it up. I'm gonna say that. Right? So this is Egypt, right? Continue on that Deuteronomy 28:16.
This is Deuteronomy 28:68.
Right, so the Lord said, I will bring you into bondage again, but we're going to show you what form of transportation. How would you say the so-called black man got here? Slave ship, right? Let's read it in the Bible.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Right.
thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Out to your friend.
Unto your enemies. For bondmen
Slave man.
and bondwomen.
Slave woman.
And no man shall buy you.
Right, and no man is going to redeem you out of this captivity. So you said so-called having the so-called black people, right? And that's correct, but the Lord wasn't talking to them. He didn't call them black people. He called them Israelites. Right? And brother, you say you so-called Hispanic. You know, I don't know if you know the history, but the Hispanics actually came here on ships before the so-called African Americans. You knew about that?
Yeah, they put smallpox on the blankets and gave it to the Native Americans.
Yeah, that's right. That's to Native Americans, right? The so-called Hispanics also went on slave ships as well. So remember, so God is telling you that we are the Israelites. We are God's chosen people, right? Did we get to Deuteronomy 7:6? Let's bring that up, Deuteronomy 7:6. And then we're going to touch on your question, Deuteronomy 7:6.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself,
Right.
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Right, the Lord said the Israelites are above all people upon the face of the earth, right? We royalty. We're above all people on the face of the earth. And remember, so if we're above all people, if God has chosen us, why is all this happening to us? Do y'all remember? Why is it? Why is it?
Jacob comes after. That was
No, it's happening because remember the Israelites disobeyed God. That's why it's happening. Right? Let me get hold that. Let me get Baruch 4:6. Baruch 4:6. Then we're gonna touch on the white Jesus thing. On the sword. Got it.
This is Baruch chapter 4 verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations.
What happened to the Israelites?
Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction,
Right, not for your destruction, right?
but because ye moved God to wrath.
Right.
Ye were delivered unto the enemies.
Right?
Continue on. For ye provoke him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to God.
Right.
Ye have forgotten the everlasting God that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. For when she saw the wrath of God coming upon you, she said, Hearken, O ye that dwell about Zion, God hath brought upon me great mourning. Come, verse 13. For they knew not his statutes.
They do not his what?
They knew not his statutes,
Right.
nor walked in the ways of his commandments.
Nor what?
Nor walked in his ways of his commandments.
See that? The Israelites, remember, Moses gave them the commandments. They didn't walk in it. So remember, the Lord said, if they don't walk in it, what's going to happen? They're going to hate each other. Their father's not going to be there. They're going to go into Egypt again on slave ships. Everything going to be taken from them. They're going to be cursed in the city, cursed in the field.
T-Jock.
That's the reason why this happened to us. Right? That's the reason why this happened to us. So what do we have to do now? We got to keep the commandments.
That's
We
right.
got to come back to the ways of our fathers. Right? Because that's the only thing that's going to get us up out of here. Right? Now, where do you see white Jesus at? You see him on the candles. Yeah, you see him in the churches. You see him at Granny House. Right? No, not at Granny House? What do you see at Granny House? You see the Virgin Mary, huh? See that? You see the Virgin Mary, right? So let me get the depiction of Christ, right? Let me get Revelation 1:1, and then brothers know what I'm doing. It's like you hold that, King. I got a point to make on that. Now, Revelation 1:1. Right? This, give me Revelation 1 and 3 first.
This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth.
What the Lord say?
Blessed is he that readeth.
Blessed is he that just goes to church.
Blessed is he that readeth.
Right.
And they that hear the words of the prophecy and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
For the what?
For the time is at hand.
Now, do you brothers realize how we're just reading out the Bible? The Lord said, blessed is he that readeth. If you read, you're going to know who this is. If you read, you're going to know what Christ is. If you read, you're going to know who you are. If you read, you're going to know about the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? If you read, you're going to know about history. This is our history book. Right? This is our history book. Right? When you read about Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Adam, they were melanated men. Right? They were different shades of brown that you see up here. Right? Now we're going to read Revelation 1:1. The Lord said, blessed is he that readeth. So let's read. Right?
This is Revelation 1:1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
The what?
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
Right? The revelation of Jesus Christ, which means to reveal. Right? This is the revealing of Christ. Right? You brothers hear me? This is the revealing of Christ. Right?
Which God gave unto him to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. God, jump down to Revelations 1 and verse 12. And I turned to see the voice that spake with me.
Right, this is John the Revelator. He heard a voice, the sound of many waters, and he turned around to see who spake to him.
And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
Right, so he saw a man in the midst of the 7 candlesticks.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Right, and this man had a body, and he had a garment that was all the way that went down to his foot.
And the girt about the paps with a golden girdle. Right. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
No, it was doggy stringy here.
And his hairs were white like wool.
Right, he said his hairs was white like wool. Right, like everybody hair up here. This is the hair that Christ had.
As white as snow. Right. And his eyes were as flame of fire.
No, it was blue like the ocean.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire. Right. And his feet like unto fine brass.
Like unto what?
Like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? What?
That's right.
Right, brown.
Like a penny. Like a penny.
Right? Brass. Right, like a penny, right? Read.
Like unto fine brass. Right. As if they burned in a furnace.
How dark was he?
As if they burned in a furnace.
You see that? This is the image of Christ. So if Christ is on this earth right now, he'd look like this brother next to me. Right? If the cops had to call in a report, they would say, we got a black African American. That's what they would have said if they saw Christ walking down the street right now. That's what they would have said. Right? Now also as well, you have the thing called the Renaissance area, right? When you got the so-called the damn heathens opened up our book, right? Let me get that in Maccabees, right?
Wow.
They opened up our book and they started to depict everybody white, right? They started to change the colors of the people in the Bible, right? Remember, because the so-called white man is the devil, right? A devil means to deceive. He's the deceiver. So he's comes out here and he deceives the whole world. He tells the whole world lies, and he puts a shadow over the earth that you can't, so you can't see the light. Right, read.
This is First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48. And lay open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images.
Of their what?
Of their images.
See that? So they opened up the book of the law, and they started drawing everybody. They started drawing everybody white, right? Y'all seen the movie Joseph King of Dreams? They try to make everybody white, right? Try to make Joseph white. They try to make Christ white. You got that movie. I forgot the actor that plays in it, but The Passion of Christ. A damn white man. Right. But when you read the Bible, it doesn't say he was white, right? So everybody's being deceived, right? Let me get this second. Your Wisdom of Solomon 18. So yeah, 15 and 3.
This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 15 and verse 3. For to know thee is perfect righteousness.
What the Lord said?
For to know thee is perfect righteousness. Right. Yea, to know thy power is the root of immortality. Right. For neither did the mischievous invention of man.
For neither did what?
For neither did the mischievous invention of man deceive us.
Right.
Nor an image spotted with diverse colors.
Nor an image with what?
Nor an image spotted with diverse colors.
Right.
The painter's fruitless labor.
What?
The painter's fruitless labor. The sight whereof enticeth fools.
The sight thereof entices who?
The sight whereof entices fools.
See that everybody loves white Jesus. When they see a picture of white Jesus, it got many colors on it. It's shining, right? But people kiss it, they pray to it. The Lord said that if you worship that, if you believe in that, you're a fool.
The sight whereof entices fools to lust after it.
Right? And they lust after it, right?
And so they desire the form of a dead image
Right.
that hath no breath.
And have what?
That hath no breath.
See that? There's no prophet. There's no prophet in white Jesus, right? Right? White Jesus is no. Christ is not white, right? And his name is Yahweh Shai. Did y'all know that? Right? You got Yahweh, which is the Father, which the world calls God, and you got Yahweh Shai, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Right? Yahweh Shai. Right? You got Yahweh. You got Yahweh. Y'all say Yahweh? And then you got Yahweh Shai, which is his son. Right? So when you pray to Yahweh in the name of his son, Yahweh Shai. Right? There's no power in Christ. There's no power in Jesus. Right? Because he is Christ, but there's no power in Jesus. Right? Let me get Psalms 83 in the last verse.
This year, we kind of have to go see my grandma at the hospital. She's at the UNICEF in San Francisco.
Okay, you brothers eat pork?
No.
You say yeah, huh? So no pork. These are the commandments, right? No more pork, right? Today is a Sabbath day, right? So for the rest of the day, don't buy and don't sell, right? Because the Sabbath day is holy. From Friday night sundown to Saturday night sundown is a Sabbath. The day starts at night. Let me get Genesis 1:5 real quick. The day starts at night, right? So come next Friday, when the sun, do all you can all week, but when the sun goes down, it's the Sabbath. All the way until Saturday night sundown. Can I bring this out real quick?
It's Genesis 1:5. And God called the light day. In the darkness he called night.
Right.
In the evening, in the morning, were the first day.
See that? The evening and the morning were the first day, right? It's dawning towards evening right now, right? It's dawning towards night, right? So the Sabbath will be over. So I know y'all gotta go, but right? Don't break the Sabbath day, right? On the Sabbath day as well. You said y'all 16? 17? Okay, well, if y'all wind up getting the job next year, right? No working on the Sabbath, and contact us, brothers. Contact us. Right? Right? Contact us. Right? Because we are family, right? We are family, right? Contact us, and remember, what's your nationality? Israelites. That's right. Let me get John 1:45. Right? Y'all Israelites. Right? Repent and keep the commandments. Right? Remember, for the time is at hand. Right? You live in the last days.
This is John chapter 1:45.
Right.
Philip findeth Nathanael and saith unto him, We have found him, in whom Moses in the law and the prophets.
49.
John 1:49. Nathanael answered and said unto him, Rabbi, thou art the Son of God. Thou art.
47.
Jesus saw Nathanael coming to him and said of him, Behold, an Israelite indeed.
A what?
An Israelite indeed.
A black man.
An Israelite indeed.
A Mexican.
An Israelite indeed.
Right. Israelite indeed.
That's right.
What's your name, brother? Jawan. Okay, what's your nationality?
Israelite?
That's right. You an Israelite. You an Israelite. Now, do you know about the commandments of God? Right. Which ones do you know?
Don't steal, don't
Right.
kill.
Right.
I
Don't commit adultery. Right. Keep the Sabbath day. Right. You know about the Sabbath day? Right. Let's get the Sabbath day for the brother. Right. Let's get the Sabbath day for the brother.
It's Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Right. 6
days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work.
Right. Now the seventh day. When is the seventh day? Are you sure? The calendar goes S to S.
Saturday.
Saturday is the seventh day. Right. And you heard what I just told the brothers. From Friday night sundown to Saturday night sundown. That's the Sabbath. right? We are to keep it holy, right? The brother just read, we can't work on the Sabbath day, right? How old are you?
17.
See that? Right, so no working on the Sabbath day, brother. You might want to get a job soon or something. Who knows?
I got a job.
You got a job? Okay, does it require you to work on Saturday? Okay, so you should look to change your schedule. Talk to the manager, try to get your schedule changed. If not, you should look into getting a better job, right? Before you go, we got a pamphlet for you. Contact that number, brothers. Hey, we all got jobs up here. Brothers can help you get a job that doesn't require you to work on the Sabbath, right? Because that's a commandment by God, right? You got accounts in the Bible of men breaking the Sabbath days, and they were put to death, right? Because when Christ comes back, which is a so-called black man that we just went over with, right? But he's an Israelite. When he comes back, all those that are breaking the Sabbath, all those that are doing the things of this world, they're going to be destroyed, right? So we have to come back to God that we may receive the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Right? Let me get Leviticus 18. You know what I want? Right? So yeah, brother, so that's the Sabbath day, right? That's the Sabbath day, right? Let me get 19 and 27 real quick.